Horror is one of the most innovative, creative, and experimental genres in film. It's what makes horror stand out compared to other genres. In the genre of horror, we get to have those thrills, chills, and scares, all the things that give us nightmares and adrenaline rushes, making it one of the most effective genres in the film industry. With such a rich history of classic horror films and groundbreaking contemporary films, horror remains one of the most creative, beloved, and evolved genres to date. Unfortunately, horror gets a bad reputation from those who don't understand it. I believe this comes from the narrative pushed by the media that it is unethical and dangerous. So in this video, I want to address what it is that makes horror so special and controversial to the public. I grew up watching horror films from a very young age. Now wait, before you go to the comments and judge my parents, I'll have you know they tried to hide Sam Raimi's Evil Dead classic, but I would scour the house and find it just to torture myself by watching it. They couldn't stop me even if they tried. Now, luckily I had parents that sat me down and made sure I understood that everything I was watching was just make-believe. So, having grown up watching movies like Evil Dead, Jeepers Creepers, The Others, and more, I became in love with the genre. I think some of what draws me to the genre is the use of practical effects. By using this method of visual effects, it makes everything feel more tangible and real, making every kill, monster, and scare more effective by seeing something that is real. Another thing that makes horror so near and dear to me is the innovation portrayed in the genre. Films like The Thing, Smile, Follow Me, and last year's The Substance are not only innovative and creative in their practical visual effects, but in their creative, different, and sometimes strange storytelling. Horror is also one of the few genres that is able to use social commentary as a storytelling device for good scares and captivating stories. Movies like Get Out and The Hunt are perfect examples of this. Now, unfortunately, horror does get a bad rap for the movies being too violent, dark, and sometimes even blasphemous or satanic, creating the hysterical belief that horror movies motivate people to commit terrible acts. Fortunately, this belief has been debunked, but it is still a belief that many people hold. Some people even believe that movies like The Exorcist and Poltergeist are cursed and can bring evil into your home simply by watching it. Fortunately, these hysterical beliefs are pretty much diminished these days, but there are still those few that will never watch movies like The Exorcist out of fear of bringing evil into their homes. In fact, my mom is one of those people that believe this. I will grant these people that sometimes horror movies can be quite intense and sometimes can leave you feeling strange once the credits roll. But for us horror fanatics, these are traits of a good horror film. In my opinion, movies such as Mother and last year's Longlegs are perfect examples of this. To those people that believe horror can inspire people to do awful things or bring evil into your home, please just remember, they are only movies. In summary, horror is, in my opinion, the genre that's had the biggest impact on the industry. It is where a lot of great talents get their starts. It has the ability to be innovative, controversial, groundbreaking, and creative, making it different from other genres. It's able to tell stories that scare us while also able to leave us thinking about the message it's trying to tell, and give insight and thought-provoking commentary on social issues. Horror, for reasons I don't understand, is one of the few genres or subgenres that are rarely ever nominated for awards. Horror has given us some of the best stories and performances in film history, period. Stories like Get Out are able to give memorable performances and thought-provoking stories. Without horror, we wouldn't have such incredible talents like James Wan, Lee Winnell, Jamie Lee Curtis, John Carpenter, and Toni Collette, which I'm sorry, deserved an Oscar for her performance in Hereditary. And the same goes for Nick Cage's performance in Longlegs. I love horror, and as an aspiring filmmaker, it is one of my biggest inspirations. Just listen to my audio drama Autumn Falls, The Voices, and you'll see it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Horror is something I'm very passionate about, and I really wanted to talk about all the reasons I love it, while giving praise to the horror films I love. Until next time, this is McKeon Mole, signing off.